And hello, everyone, once again. This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for episode number 15 of this retro recap and review series for all 30 of the Royal Rumble matches. We are halfway through now this series, of course. This is number 15 since there are 30 all together, and this is the Royal Rumble match from 2002, the final Royal Rumble match in the WWF era. As you remember from my Wrestlemania retro reviews, in March of 2002, shortly after WrestleMania 18, was when the WWF transformed to the WWE because of the acronyms being for the WWF of the Worldwide Fund. Back at the time, so the WWF changed to the WWE. This is also the last Royal Rumble before the first brand split was introduced in 2000. Well, later on in 2002 as well, making it more opportunities as well. And next year for 2003, things got a little bit bigger. So at first there was some kinks that needed to be figured out, but things still worked out all right for the World Wrestling. Well, for World Wrestling Entertainment, as to say as well. We didn't have The Rock in this role because he was wrestling Chris Jericho for the Undisputed Championship. Ric Flair was back also, but he didn't wrestle in this match. He wrestled against Mr. McMahon earlier that night. There's anybody else I forget? I can't remember. Edge was not in this Rumble, but he wrestled in a singles match as well. But yeah, we had this is also where Triple H returned from his quad injury. He was getting like more of like a baby face push now. This was Stone Cold Steve Austin's last Royal Rumble match he had in his career. He wrestled at WrestleMania 19 against The Rock, but this was his last Royal Rumble match as well, since he was limited due to his severe neck injury from 1997 as well. But without further ado, get into it. Overall, I mean, Chelsea Royal Rumble was good, but I mean, I do agree with the fact that the stars are in there. The star power is good, but there were some newer stars like Booker T or RVD or a couple others who were in there for the first time that weren't really utilized as like much as probably hoped. So that did hurt my grade a little bit for this Rumble. But we did have also a very legendary elimination we'll talk about as well from one of the most unlikely sources on one of the biggest icons in wrestling history as well. So we'll talk about that as well as we get into this. Royal Rumble took place on January 20th, 2002 at the Phillips Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. And of course, as always, the winner gets a championship match at WrestleMania 18. So numbers 1 and 2 were Rikishi and Goldust, followed by the Big Boss Man. I'm not sure how many more of these he's in. It's probably got to be towards the end for him. Number 4 was Bradshaw before he became JBL, and Rikishi would then eliminate the Boss Man. Number 5 was Lance Storm. Number 6 was Al Snow. Number 7 was Billy, and that is Billy Gunn. But this time he was just Billy, as he was in a tag team with Chuck as a heel faction. At the time, Billy Gunn just went back and forth between different gimmicks a lot in his career, as we see. I have hair in my mouth. But then Al Snow would then eliminate Lance Storm, and then Billy Gunn, Billy would then eliminate Bradshaw. Now, number 8 was The Undertaker, the big, evil American badass. He was an American badass last year, but he was a little more, he just turned heel recently as well, so he was being established as a new, dominating heel. And he was someone who, despite the elimination being famous, they were hoping that he would have gotten a bigger push in this Rumble match as well. But what he got was still pretty good. He actually tied for the most eliminations in this match as well, which I'll talk about that at the end as well. But he came in and he started wrecking havoc. He eliminated Goldust. He eliminated Al Snow. He eliminated Rikishi, and he eliminated Billy. So he was the only one in the ring and just establishing this bully character that he's had at this time. And number 9 was Matt Hardy. He came out with Lita at the time they were going out. This is before, Lita cheated on Matt Hardy with Edge, and Lita teamed up. We'll eventually have the live sex celebration, but we're not going to talk about that. Getting a little too far ahead of myself. Lita would come in and they would both attack the Undertaker during this match as well. And then Jeff Hardy would come out at number 10. So the three of them did team up to attack Undertaker in this match. But then Taker did catch Jeff trying to do a swanton bomb on him and threw him out. And he would throw out Matt Hardy, Lita. I think he also tried to chokeslam Lita out of there as well. But they stuck around and still beat him down. when number 11 was Maven. Now, Maven had a very legendary moment in this Royal Rumble match, as he was the winner of the first ever Tough Enough. You guys remember that show from 2015? Not really that good. But he came out, and then with the help from Matt and Jeff Hardy, just still out there, and also Lita too, out there attacking Undertaker. Just apparently making a statement for him just bullying everybody. It caused distraction, and Taker was on the apron, and then Maven hit like a double drop kick behind Undertaker to eliminate him, and that set off Undertaker. He was so mad, he got back into the ring, he started attacking Maven. Well, first, I don't know if this was a mistake or not, but he threw Maven out of the ring, but through like the middle ropes. I don't know if they're supposed to throw him over the top ropes or not, but he came out there and he just literally just laid havoc to Maven, beating the crap out of him. Sky Tahati came out. I know Taker did get a couple punches on him, but he was mainly just attacking Maven. And then this is the reason why I'm wondering if Maven was supposed to be eliminated at first, but then it didn't happen. It was a mistake because Taker did put Maven back in the ring and then threw him over the top rope afterwards. So Maven is out for Maven, but he had a legendary elimination, eliminating the Undertaker. Number 13 was Christian, who was waiting for Scotty Hotty to get back into the ring also. He was just chilling for a little bit. They came back in. They started brawling. Number 14 was DDP, somebody else who didn't get utilized as well in this match also because, another WCW guy just came over to the WWF at the time and just didn't really get booked as well as they were in WCW. DDP came in and he eliminated Scotty. Number 15 was Chuck, Billy's tag team partner. Number 16 was the Godfather, of course, came out with his, hoe train, whatever he came out with 12 ladies, escorting him down to the ring, taking his good old time in those 2 minutes. And then during this time, we don't see it, but Chuck and Christian team up. They team up for a couple eliminations. They would eliminate DDP. When Albert came out, Chuck and Christian eliminated Albert, and when the Godfather finally got into the ring, Chuck and Christian also eliminated the Godfather. Number 18 was Perry Saturn. Number 19, again, this was his final Royal Rumble match, but number 19 was Stone Cold Steve Austin. He came out and he started wreaking havoc as well. He eliminated Christian. He hit a stunner on Perry Saturn. First, they would then eliminate Chuck, and then after, Saturn is still recovering from the stunner, he would then eliminate Saturn as well. So Stone Cold Steve Austin, just like that, has 3 eliminations. He also had a historical moment as well towards the end of this Rumble. Well, let's talk about that. Number 20 was Val Venus. Number 21 was Test. But then Austin would then eliminate Venus, then he would eliminate Test. Number 22 was The Game, Triple H, who again, as I said, had just returned recently from a 9-month injury when he tore his quad. And again, he's back as a babyface. This is where Triple H really started to excel. The heel turn at WrestleMania 15 when he turned on X-Pac to join the corporation was when Triple H really got started. But him returning as a babyface, that's when he really started getting even more with the crowd because it was his first babyface run. So he came out number 22. Number 23 was the Hurricane, who was eliminated by both of the only 2 people in the ring at the time, which were Austin and Triple H. Number 24 was Farouk, but he got eliminated in like 30 seconds by Triple H. Number 25 was a surprise entrant. For the first time since 1997, Mr. Perfect was in the Royal Rumble match. And despite not being in the match for several years, being more just like a surprise return, he got a good amount of time in this match for the surprise. He got about 15 minutes, I think. Number 26 was Kurt Angle, who was the first time he was in the Rumble, but the past 2 Rumbles he was actually in non-Rumble matches. This is why it was the first time he was in the match. Number 27 was the Big Show, who came in and didn't really eliminate anybody, but he was dominating. Number 28 was Kane, who last year was in there for 53 minutes and 46 seconds, had 11 eliminations. That was a record stood until 2014 when somebody else broke that record with 12. But Kane would eliminate the Big Show, but then he would team up and I think Austin hit Kane with a Stone Cold Stunner, and then Angle would then pick up Kane and eliminate him with an Angle Slam out of the ring. So that was pretty sick to see. So that's what happened there. So the big man dominated the past few years, but this year, not so much. Number 29 was somebody else who, didn't really get, utilized well in this match to the disappointment, which was Rob Van Dam in this first Royal Rumble match. And number 30, again, somebody else from WCW who just didn't get booked well at all in WWF or the WWE, Booker T. And Booker T would then eliminate RVD. He would do his spinneroni, whatever you want to call it, in the middle of the ring also before Stone Cold Steve Austin hit a stunner on on Booker T, and from the impact of the stunner, Booker T sold it really well, and he was eliminated. Now, that elimination right there was Austin's 36th career elimination in the Royal Rumble match, which that was a record until altogether in all the Royal matches he's been in, that was elimination number 36. And that record would stand until 2010 when Shawn Michaels broke that record. So our final four was Kurt Angle, Mr. Perfect, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Triple H. Angle would then eliminate Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then Triple H would eliminate Mr. Perfect, and then Triple H and Angle went at it for a little bit until Triple H eliminated Kurt Angle, and Triple H is your winner of the 2002 Royal Rumble match. He will go on to face Christian for the Undisputed Championship at WrestleMania 18 in that main event, which that was the same night that had same pay-per-view that had same WrestleMania that had Hulk Hogan and The Rock in it, which that match set the bar really high. So people do kind of crap on the Triple H and Chris Jericho match. I saw it was all right. It wasn't great, but it was still a solid match. But it definitely had nothing compared to what happened between Hogan, between Hogan and The Rock. Again, this was also Austin's last Royal Rumble, but he was at WrestleMania 19. But Triple H wins this Royal Rumble. He would go on to again defeat Chris Jericho for the Undisputed Championship at WrestleMania 18. So let's go through the times as always for this Rumble match. Starting at the beginning, Rikishi was in there for 13:39, 1 elimination. Goldust 12:52, no eliminations. Big Boss Man 3:05, no eliminations. Bradshaw 7:17, no eliminations. Lance Storm 4:46, no eliminations. Al Snow 5:12, 1 elimination. Billy 3:37, 1 elimination. The Undertaker 7:40, 7 eliminations. Was eliminated by Maven. Matt Hardy 4:16, no eliminations. Jeff Hardy 1:30, no eliminations. Maven 3:34. The Undertaker was his only elimination. Sky Dhati, 2:36, no eliminations. Christian, 12:14, 3 eliminations. DDP, 5:15, 1 elimination. Chuck, 9:04, 2 eliminations. The Godfather, 1:48, no eliminations. Albert, 48 seconds, no eliminations. Perry Saturn, 2:57, no eliminations. Stone Cold Steve Austin, 26:46, 7 eliminations. Val Venus, 2:58, no eliminations. Test, 1:42, no eliminations. Triple H, 23:14, 4 eliminations. The Hurricane, 39 seconds, no eliminations. Farouk, 36 seconds, no eliminations. Mr. Perfect, 15:18, no eliminations. Kurt Angle, 16:09, 2 eliminations. Big Show, 2:45, no eliminations. Kane, 1:02, 1 elimination. Rob Van Dam, 2:12, no eliminations. And Booker T, 33 seconds, 1 elimination. The longest time was only Stone Cold Steve Austin's 26:46. So, people got, decent time, but no one really, lasted the entire Royal Rumble match. The most eliminations was actually a tie with 7 by Stone Cold Steve Austin and Undertaker, both with 7 apiece. And again, despite the fact that, the longest time was 26:46 by Stone Cold Steve Austin, the duration of this Royal match, though, was the longest so far at 1 hour and 9 minutes and 22 seconds. So overall, once again, it was still a good Royal Rumble. There were some people, though, who could have been utilized a little bit better than they were. Unfortunately, Booker T, RVD, DDP, maybe Taker a little bit more, but he did all right. But the star power we still had this match was good. It was an enjoyable Royal Rumble match. I'll give the 2002 Royal Rumble match a B, a solid B. What grade would you give the 2002 Royal Rumble match? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And be sure to always click that like and subscribe for more content on this channel. And follow me on Twitter at TheManAirBar93. And I'll hopefully get the 2003 and 2004 reviews done tomorrow as I've watched both of those Rumbles. But once again, just be patient. Very busy with stuff for work. But it's times I think I'm not going to be busy, I get hit with something else. But keep busy, doing well, at least. But thank you guys again for watching. Stay tuned for the next Rumble recap and review, which will be the 16th one. Again, we're halfway through, and I'll see you in the WWE era, as this is the last Royal Rumble in the WWF era. Check it out, guys. Until then, good night.